Welcome, empowered empaths, to the Power of Healing Your Energy show. This show is all about your unconditional love, your light, your intuition, your soul's purpose. And depression and anxiety are a side effect of not living intuitively, not trusting your gut, the lost connections with your higher self and others. Your soul's purpose is here. Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Christine with 24 Karat Healing, and I'm your spiritual medium, intuitive energy coach, and old soul healer, also known as empath. And welcome. Welcome to episode 10. I can't believe it's already 10. And I can't believe we have less than 2 months before 2021. And I can't believe it's November 4th and we're all still here, are we not? All right, say hello, share this out. Please let us know where you're from if this is your first time, if you've been here before. Let us know what's going on in your world today. Maybe you're on the replay as well. Let us know. But each month I kind of do a snapshot of the monthly energy. And yeah, it's November 4th and all, but hey, takes a bit to get all this information, download all this information. I have pages of information to share with you all. So especially today with everything that's going on in the United States. I'm obviously in Canada, but I just want you guys to know that, outside does not influence the inside, first and foremost. So if you find you're being pulled or triggered, if you find you're getting into arguments with people that you wouldn't normally get into arguments with, maybe it's time to pull back. Maybe it's time to disconnect and reconnect with yourself. So whatever it happens to be, just know that everything is happening for a reason, right? You may not see it right now, and everything might feel real scary right now. And I've been hearing lots of chatter, this person, that person. It doesn't matter the person. What matters is our energy, and how are we being responsible with what we think, what we feel, and what we do. Because if we put out fear, what do you think is going to go out into the universe? It's a ripple effect, okay? So what are you choosing? Are you choosing to put out love, or are you choosing to put out fear? So let me know, either way. This is a major month for healing. A major month for healing. And yes, I know people have been saying, hey, Christine, you've been saying that all year. Self-care, self-love. That's right, because sometimes it takes more than 21 times to start a new habit. It takes about 6 months for it to finally be cemented, be rooted, like the trees that we are, into the earth, all right? So I believe that was Zig Ziglar that said that. Hi, Nicholas. Thank you for joining. So nice to see you. Please feel free to share this out. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, 2020 has been challenging. Emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. All around, up and down, at a 360 degree level. Gosh, we're just being shown how polarized we truly are in this world. But it's our choices, our decisions that we make from the heart center that can change it all around. You be the change. Not others outside of you, but you. You take responsibility. So everything is unfolding just as it should. First, the first topic we're going to talk about is personal clarity. Personal clarity. So yeah, I'm sure, just like myself, you're having major aha moments. You're having major epiphanies. You're getting visions. Your clairs are coming on board. You're finding out you're an empath. You're finding out you're having a dark night of the soul. Maybe more than once. Yes, we're all in good company here, guys. And some of us maybe have been awake for a very long time. Some of us are just starting to wake up. Whatever it is, we're all connected. It's our journey. We're all making our way home. So it's all about the fundamentals. And it's interesting that fun is the beginning of fundamentals. We have been taking things way too seriously in regards to how we live. We've taken the fun out of a lot of things. So rebuilding the foundation, what works for you, what does not work for you, what is and what isn't. There's a lot of introspection going on. Shifts in all relationships, whether they're platonic, they're ancestral, family, or, a relationship with someone you love, a romantic relationship. You're going to see removals and changes and shifts going on. And I've seen this all around me and even for myself. So we are deepening with self-purging and emotions and trauma. Here comes that trauma word again. It's going to take time. I mean, if it took, let's say, someone like me smoked for 20 years. It took me quite a few tries to quit smoking. Because I was doing it externally, for my son or for my boyfriend at the time or for whoever, but it was for me. And yes, almost 3 years later, I am smoke-free. So it's all about going, okay, you know what, I've had enough and there has to be something else. There has to be something else, right? Loving yourself so much. So we are, purging emotions and trauma. And now we're going to segue to emotional healing. So getting to the bottom of something, which is what we're seeing right now, is this collective trauma. We finally got to the bottom of all the crap that's coming out. Eureka, right? Abracadabra, right? So people around you, how can I cope with everyone around me? There is, because who's healing? People are having breakthroughs. There's no room for middle ground. There is no separation. Always trauma and emotion underneath everything. Underneath everything. So we got to stop being triggered. We got to stop having these fights. Not so much in the mind, but I feel like we're getting really, dragged into the social media stuff. When you see comments and then you hear the word trolls and then what came out of that? Karens and all this other stuff. I mean, this is just like, okay, wow. Really, you're going to get sucked into that. So we need to be very mindful of our social media feeds, what we're feeding into, what we're being sucked into, and start pulling back and having your feed full of love and light to keep you of love and light, right? So it helps us empaths and sensitives and light workers to unhook from all of this. Because you need to hold back and say, okay, nothing outside of me has this control or this power over me. I go to bed and I wake up with the same beautiful vibrational energy that I started with. So this is something that we have about our emotional makeup, that if I can't do anything about it, so we're not going to fight anyone and we're not holding a stance. None of it. Don't do it. You got to build your empath foundational boundaries. Be very careful how much you ingest all of it, how much you tolerate it. You can excuse yourself at any time. You can remove yourself from a group at any time. You can start your own group of beautiful light workers in love and community, right? No one says, there are no rules. Where are your rules? Where are your foundations? And the planetary emotions are very high. We just come out of Mercury retrograde, right? There's still a week of shadow, and then November 11th, there's a huge portal, which I'll talk about next week. Plus, remembering our fallen soldiers and loved ones, past and present here, that, gave us the ultimate freedom. So really, what are we fighting for here? And watch out for the uncomfortable, pushing our emotions through our head, the ego. A lot of times we want to pick it apart and go, oh, but scientifically or logically, no. Stop that. Stop. We have to have it, the body emotion, the body code. We need to move the emotion through the body. And that means finding creative outlets, self-care, self-love, art, yoga, singing, dancing, whatever it is. That's where you're going to channel all that stuff out. You got to find stuff that you love to do. Have compassion and boundaries. And be careful who you hang out with. Whether it's online or, safely in person. However you look at it, right? November is a stormy month for highly sensitives and empaths. Collective arguments, opinions, emotional reactions. Guys, we tend to vomit emotionally when we're in a heightened emotional reaction state. So we need to really pull back and go, okay, am I being sucked in? No, I'm pulling back here. I am in charge of my energy. Right? So let me know if you're struggling with any of that. Hi, Lynn. Nice to see you. And she says she only think I allow as positive posts. Others get punted, and if the individual doesn't stop, they get blocked. There you go. That's right. Boundaries. I love that. That's great. That's amazing. Good job on you for creating that. That's really important. And you'll find the people, your peoples will come out, meaning your tribe, your group, your community. You'll know who's staying and who isn't. You just watch the reactions, or watch how they reply to you. It's just but be careful. There's covert narcissists out there, okay, who act all love and light, and they are out there. I will call out those light workers, or those spiritual folks, or those people that are bypassing all the time. Watch. Actually, it's not watch, it's feel. You can tell right away. All right, so the second half of November, there's going to be some shockwaves and revelations at a collective level. The majority will be, there'll be a lot of participants in this. So, it begs to question, with everything that's going on today, it's interesting what you read and what you don't read, but nothing is really going to come to light until January. So I'm curious to see what happens. Painful truths is the other theme, and soothing truths. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, that doesn't make sense. That does not compute. Painful truths are surfacing when someone brings you something that's hard to take, it's jarring, it comes out to clear your foundations so we can stop carrying history of us, our shadow side, the shadow stuff, personally and collectively. So the soothing truths, they're kind of one and the same with the painful, meaning painful truth on a Friday might become a soothing truth on a Wednesday, because it facilitates what it needs to change. Or you might be thinking, oh, that's a relief, I get it. Or yikes, what the heck? And then it settles in, depending on how you take it. So again, I see this as a polarization in a way when it comes to truths, because there's been so much buried, so much hidden. People have just been, it's like we've been pegged against each other. That's how I see it. Yeah, Lynn's saying they're totally out there, gaslighters and narcissists. You bet. I believe Dixie Chicks has a good song called Gaslighter. It's a fun song. You should check it out. It's interesting when it came out too. So it's like they knew something. But yeah, this is just, major month for healing. So there's all the stuff on the bottom about the aha moments and the whole November isms. Illusion and lies. Illusion and lies. This goes back to shock and awe. Well, I believe that was back in July. So everything is being revealed, shared, explored in the collective. The key here is, how do we react to them? Our reaction that is exposed to us, revealed to us, and how we are in the world, how we move forward. So how do we move forward collectively? Our reaction that is exposed to us, it really, it shows a lot of things. It shows a lot of things that haven't been healed. It shows a lot of things that have not been forgiven. I hear this a lot. Well, I don't want to forgive them. Well, no, you don't have to. How about start with yourself first? But when you actually forgive the other person, when you're ready, it releases this bond, this tie, this hook of energy. You're free. That's how it works. So what you're praying, I'm just praying for emotional maturity in the collective. I really am. And speaking of prayers, we definitely need to pray more. Not just, you can do the meditation, you can include the prayers in there, but a prayer is such a sacred service. Really collectively, it's something just like a global meditation is. I find it around the same idea. It's just you're bringing, that's an emotional maturity is basically what I'm saying prayer is. So what is my own dance with compassion, awareness, and emotional maturity? So it seems quite intense, but this is good, major healing month, and so needed in November. So take a quiet moment, be mindful of when you're over or hyper reactive or reactivity. Hold and leave the room or the computer or the phone, to process and purge our emotions through our bodies once again. Because, I used to take my phone with me when I go for walks, but I don't anymore. I find that as an act of freedom. I can just detach and say, okay, I'm just going to go and just be present in the moment. Yeah, I'd love to take all these beautiful pictures of the clouds and what they mean, and the birds and the whatever else, and the dogs that I run into, and the cats. I mean, that's great. But you know what? It takes me out of, the whole reason I went for a walk, right? Is just to relax and get away from electronics, because we are highly sensitive to those, right? We all know that. So we're segueing to the next is the quiet and the magic of November can be found everywhere. In the stillness and quietness, like I just said, you don't bring your phone with you, it just gets real quiet. Because you're not like, oh, ding, ding, notifications and all that. No, I need to take that picture. No, you don't. And sometimes it's not always silence. Some people I know quite a few nurses and doctors in this COVID. There's a lot of chaos going on. and they have found a way to close their eyes and experience themselves and affirm their energy. It's like a movie playing. It's like time has stood still, the way that they sit and hold presence, and they actually say to themselves, I am here right now. I am present in my quiet magic. So just ask yourself, how is your stillness this month? Power and reset. Stillness is also writing, music, books, gardening, yoga, meditation. It focuses your energy. Tell me, you guys, what you like to do. What keeps you in a creative aspect, or maybe some type of therapy or a meditation or stillness, or what do you really like to do? And if you don't, you can comment below and let me know. But it's resetting yourself, knowing how is crucial. And if you don't, write 5 things down that you enjoy to do, or maybe you've always wanted to do and haven't done yet. Get out there and do it. Get out there and do it. So, and just put reminders, because this is like a future self reminder. Because we tend to forget. We tend to forget. We forgot the minute we were born that we were beautiful, love and light created from God. Perfectly perfect, right? So we got to remind ourselves. And also, do you create structure in order to experience flow? Or do you flow and then structure appears? This week's message, Empath Energy Exchange, if you don't follow me on YouTube, go and check it out. I do a weekly update, but it was about flow. That was the weekly message. So for me, I had so much structure, I didn't know how to flow. Whereas I know some people have so much flow, they're just woo out there and there's no structure. So and then there may have been times in your life you felt a little bit of both, but we have our own way of doing things. We have our own way of doing things. And you may be experiencing your own crazy identity shifts right now. Like pre-2020 doesn't look the same now. Things have changed. Hi, MB. I really need this message. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Let us know where you're from. I believe you're new. I normally remember most people's names when they come on the show. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. She loves singing, art, sewing, and getting back to, is that your transcendental meditation? Is that what TM is? I'm guessing, I don't know. All the, the analogies, but let me know either way. And Lynn is feeling tons of anxiety. Yeah, I feel you, hon. It's, yeah, some days I tell you, I wake up and I'm like, what is going on here, man? I haven't even woken up and it's like, boom, right on the chest. So really good to get into that breath work or Qigong, some yoga, Pilates, or maybe just find some way to shake it off, dancing, whatever it is, walking, doing some type of craft, right? Just getting out of that when you feel it. And your animals are definitely beautiful grounders as well. So the grounding will help. Out of Washington. Yes. Beautiful. My friends Honey and Michael live in Washington. So nice to see you. Thank you. Okay, so I was right about the meditation. All right. So are you maybe finding ways that used to work don't work now, but you're getting the right messages. So one day might be not so good and one day's terrific. So we're getting that. I talked about this already, the roller coaster. So it is the opposite structure to flow. So many of us are experiencing the previous norm. Like you just said, what's the norm? Like new normal? There is none. It's flipped 360 degrees. There's nothing wrong with you. They are waves of 2020. We cannot go back, not possible. Try things differently, do things differently, see things differently, love things differently, love everything. That's what I say. The love is the epicenter. We all know that the heart, well, science said that the brain was the biggest magnifier or magnetic energy. The heart is 5,000 times stronger than the brain. So when we're talking heart-brain coherence, it's the heart every single time. So yeah, that's part of our flow and the opposite of structure and flow. For me, I'm finding just a balance. There's a little bit of structure and I'm finding more flow actually. More flow. Letting go. Letting God. God is, I am, we are, and that's it. That's how I experience it. So small acts of peace. How can you create small acts of peace, and how can you invite small acts of peace? Maybe sending a sweet message to a friend or your animal or a loved one or somebody. An intimate moment, even in your grocery checkout line. Yes, it happens. Yeah, people just start talking to you, or somehow a conversation comes up, or maybe someone can't quite pay for that coffee. I do that at least once a week. I will pay someone's, pay it forward, pay for someone's coffee or their order or whatever it is. And man, it feels good, I tell you. So in more intimate moments with the, our true nature, with trees, with nature, with animals, peace of the now presence of love in the present moment. So helping someone feel that, or receiving. You also have to receive a little bit. You can't just give. You got to let someone give to you too, okay? We need this. And when you're like, oh my God, the world's gone crazy, offer yourself or someone some sanity. And a balancing act of this year is through small acts of peace. Always practicing. Always trying to remember. Lynn is just saying, yep, soon as I book into my workstation, don't quite know what it is, not doing what makes my soul sign, I guess. Yes. I get it. It's like, it almost gets switched off. That's what I just felt coming in. Like this, will the real Lynn please stand up? And that's all I'm going to say. She downloaded the I Am app and she loves it. Makes me stop and read the many messages I set up to receive. Absolutely. And manifestation is rapid right now. It's fast, and it's not manifestation of stuff. It's just a manifestation of whatever your heart's desire. You put that out into the field, and and you affirm it. You don't go, oh, I think I'm worth. No, none of that. You are, already is, already happening. And you let it go. And that's how manifestation works. And having those beautiful affirmations and messages, yes, that's going to build up the I am presence. So keep doing that, Lynn. And there is the quiet and the magic of November, and it can be found everywhere. It absolutely is. So small acts of peace. We have our own ways of doing everything. Emotional healing, personal clarity, illusions and lies, painful and soothing truths, shock waves, and revelations. Yes, I'm glad you understand. There's a lot to take in as well. So that should be sing. Yes, make your soul sing. Sing, sign. Well, close. I get it. I totally get it. It's all good, Lynn. All right. So let me know, if you're struggling with anything. If, like I said, this is your first time replay, please say hello. I also want to mention I have another Unleash Your Magic Intuitive Mentorship, and that starts January 2021. I'm only doing it 4 times a year. And there's going to be a Power of 8 group, which is a different dynamic altogether, where it's more for the ladies that have a business or just starting, and they have a place to network and community and collaborate and alchemize that vision, their visions together. So comment magic to get on the waiting list. Of course, I will send that to you. And another thing I wanted to mention, this is important. I got to take off the banner here. You can't read that. There we go. There is a prayer circle. It happens every Friday on Instagram Live. Friday at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you're not sure how to pray, you're not sure what to pray for, you need somebody in the group to pray for you, to hold space for you, whatever it is, bring it to our prayer circle and we will pray together. And I will show you how to pray because I'm in training still to be a chaplain, and part of that is to be in service and ministering to the soul through prayer. So I feel that's very important. Prayer is sacred. Prayer changes lives. Prayer is something you can do at any time and for anyone. So I feel it's something that we need to learn, because I had no idea. I just thought, God, I'm having a crappy day. I need this. That's not how it works. Because why? You're not co-creating. You're already with the Creator. You just need to affirm that message. That's what this affirmative prayer is all about. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. I love you all. And stay tuned for Sunday afternoon. The new Empath Energy Update comes out as well. There is a free workshop coming up mid-November. It's going to be all about the 1111 portal, the activations, the light codes. There'll be some Reiki healing in there, some messages. So look out for that if you're interested. And I hope you have I know you'll have an amazing week. It's already done. All right. And if you need any support, a personal reading or healing, feel free to reach out to me. I'm here for you as well. Yes, Lynn. So I need to remember to sign on to Instagram. Yes. I know it's another platform, but it has a different space to it. So if you like it, great. If you don't, it's all good. All right, guys, I love you so much. And please remember, healing begins where the ego ends. Take care.